There's a lot of ground to cover here, so to speak, so let's get started. There's a lot that you can add to your hugelkultures. So much, in fact, that I had to put them into 4 categories. You know the drill. Let's boot up. Support, protection, nourishment, and sensing. It's time for me to live up to the engineer part of Farmgineer. I'm thinking big. Really big. The first step to automation is control. If you aren't in control of your system, then all of the sensing and automation won't amount to a hill of beans, if you're lucky. Let's start taking control. Support is the simplest, so we'll start there. Many plants need support. Indeterminate tomatoes, peas, and cucumbers all need structural support to maximize their yield, or even get a yield at all. To support these plants, we have trellises, strings, and stick structures. Trellises are made of repeating geometric patterns, which give multiple coupling opportunities for plants. In plain English, this means the plant has lots of places to grab. This allows the plant to couple itself to the structure as it grows. All you have to do is manage it. Only some plants can take advantage of this, of course. Peas are some of your best trellis plants. Watermelon and cucumber are also good candidates. If you see these feelers on your plants, then there's a good chance that a trellis is right for you. Strings, on the other hand, are great for crops that don't couple proactively but need support, and especially if the plant has one main shaft. Indeterminate tomatoes are excellent for string structures. All you need is a strong landscape stake or anchor point, and an overhead support to hang the reel. As the plant grows, just loop the string around the plant's next joint. The best video I have found on this is from Leon the Gardener, an old school farmer from Texas. He's a national treasure. Links are in the description. Go watch it at 2x speed if you're a millennial like me with a short attention span. These stick structures are the poor man's trellis. They do all the same job, but are easier and cheaper, but much less permanent and more flimsy. Being temporary can be a good thing or bad thing, depending on your goals. But enough of support. Let's talk protection. You need protection from the environment and pests. For hot summers, shade cloth of around 50% protects your vegetables from the sun. Rain covers can prevent overwatering, and greenhouses and high tunnels protect against cold weather. As for pests, the products can range from bug netting made of nylon to bird and deer netting made of fiberglass. You can even use barriers such as Vaseline to stop climbing pests. Next, nourishment comes in the form of irrigation, often mixed with fertilizers. Misters, drips, sprinklers all bring water into the beds. It's easy to either drape the irrigation over the bed or bury it into the bed. Good thing you built a raised bed. Finally, let's all tie this together with sensors. I've done some research on agricultural sensors, and quite frankly, I just don't think they're built for people like us. I don't want a $300 100% solution. I need a $50 80% solution. It doesn't have to be lab accurate, and it doesn't have to have a mean time between failures of 100 years. And definitely does not need to be this expensive. Some solutions are great, and I will happily buy them rather than reinvent them. But stay tuned here, because I've found some gaps, and I plan to address them directly. Imagine a fully open-sourced environmental sensor for the hobby and prosumer gardener. Mesh-networked, solar-powered, battery-backed device that can sense air temperature, soil temperature, air humidity, soil moisture, sun exposure, wind vectors, and rainfall. I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but this is what I do for a living. Stay tuned, because if my calculations are correct, we're about to see some serious